boxing, and we're always trying to prove that we belong there and that we do deserve to be in the positions that we are and for quality pay and equality and everything. But it's definitely reaching and elevating, and we're getting opportunities now. And I think that the big paydays and everything is coming, but it's going to be after we're gone. But, you know, we had a part of it. But, yeah, it's always a constant fight. That's the way I feel. But we're definitely getting places, and it's getting there.
Well, thank you, Shelly. I have the same question.
Yeah, I mean, like, women's boxing is definitely going places. You have girls in the Olympics. I mean, that wasn't there prior to 2012. So you have these young girls coming up who have things to hope for, dreams to hope for, unlike when, you know, girls our age were younger. It was like, what are we going to do with it? But I think that's a big thing. Like, you had asked, do we still feel like we have to refer to ourselves as female boxers? None of us girls ever refer to us that way. Everyone else does. We're just boxers. We're fighters. We're athletes. Everyone else refers to us as female boxers and women boxers. I mean, once everybody else stops calling it that, then I think that's when the question goes away.
Very cool. Thanks so much, both of you, and we're looking forward to this fight this week.
Jake, thanks very much for the questions. Our next question comes from Jeremy Hirigis from Fansided.com. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Hi, ladies. This question goes out to both Heather and Shelly. Kind of going off of the last question, obviously, again, kind of breaking down the distinction between female and male boxers, it's been kind of an evolution, and it's kind of getting to that point where there are no distinctions. But what are some of the barriers that you still see women boxers having to face that maybe a male boxer doesn't have to?
Well, you still have the Olympics.
But everything, like we definitely not the equal pay. We definitely have to beg and like, you know, Heather had to write the guy to Peter to get the opportunity to fight on TV. So it's always a fight for us. It's not something that we're just given an opportunity like the men.
I would also say like you still have only 3 weight classes of Olympic girls in the girls going to the Olympics. I mean, and then that limits how many girls are going to get the opportunities on you know, with the bigger promoters and on the bigger networks. So it's like, yeah, we're doing better, but there's still a ways to go.
What do you feel, Heather, would kind of take as the catalyst to really create major change in the way that women are treated in the sport of boxing?
I think that it's like all the girls who have a microphone have to shout as loud as they can. Tell everybody we're here. This is happening. I think, like, I remember when I first turned pro, people were like, oh my God, they have girl boxers too. You know, 7 years ago, people didn't even know that females were boxing and that women were professional fighters and were doing it as their job and stuff. So I think it's on the it's everybody's responsibility, the fighter, the promoter, the managers, like, to just get the word out there, you know.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate both of your time, and good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Jeremy. Our next question comes from Jay Kemp. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, girls. You know, obviously, the sport is growing. We're hitting more and more TV stations, you know, premium, free. You guys been on Premier Boxing Champions. How is this affecting you out in a personal day life? Are people starting to recognize you based on all of this popularity?
Not really. I mean, like, boxing isn't the most popular sport, right? Like it's not like baseball where you play 160 games a year and everyone sees your face every day. So everyone in my neighborhood knows me. Everyone around knows me. People knew me more doing the MMA fights. I don't know that necessarily. This fight on TV for boxing didn't happen yet, so.
I mean, I think the same too. That I think the same. I'm sorry too, because I'm trying to pack my stuff and go and answer the questions, and I have to go to one of my medicals. But I agree. I think the same people know us. I think that the opportunity with us being on TV is going to make more people notice us, and people that didn't see us see women's boxing before. So I think that's going to open up doors for us to get more well known.
As always, you guys are always putting on the show. You know, in the ring, outside the ring. I can't wait for this Saturday, and take care of business, both of you.
Thanks, my man. Thanks.
Thanks very much, Jay. Adrian, if you could please give the instructions once again for the media to ask questions.
And as a reminder, to enter the queue, please press star, then 1 on your touch-tone phone.
Our next question comes from Daniel Yanofsky. Go ahead, Daniel.
Hi, guys. This is Dan Yanofsky from Double G Sports. Heather, we recently spoke back in 2017 about women's opportunities in boxing. And since then, you've done MMA, you've done both boxing, and over the past few weeks, we've seen Michaela Mayer and Katie Taylor both televised in boxing and seen them fight to the best of their ability. How does it feel to continue the momentum of women's boxing to the point where, like we said before, we don't want to feel it's called, recognized as women's boxing, and just called boxing?
It's really an honor to be able to be carrying the torch along with girls like that, Olympic level athletes who you know, to be able to be mentioned along with them, it's really an honor. It's what I've been fighting. It's what Shelly and I have been fighting our whole career for, the opportunities and the recognition, knowing that we missed out on those Olympic years, you know. Give hope to maybe some of our peers who didn't get, who kind of aged out of the Olympic trials and so forth, who are in the pro ranks already after 32, right?
And my next question is for Shelly. When you prepare for a fight like this, knowing your opponent, does it feel like you need to one-up yourself for the next fight, or is there no added pressure to this?
I mean, I think, yeah, definitely. I got to up my stuff. It's a rematch. It's a rematch that, you know, that I have a loss on paper. And, yeah, I got to up everything up, and I work extra hard for this and everything. So, yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks so much, Daniel. I'd like to thank you both very much for taking the time here. And we'd like to reintroduce Eddie Hearn from After Boxing USA to introduce his charge to Daniel Jacobs. Go ahead, Eddie.
Thank you to both ladies. That was a fantastic conference call there. We're very well spoken. Looking forward to that fight on Saturday. This main event is an absolute cracker, I think. A lot of people in the sport of boxing looking forward to this fight. Daniel Jacobs against Sergiy Derevyanchenko, the IBF Middleweight Championship of the World. Of course, right now I think the middleweight division is the key division in boxing. We've seen that grade 2 fight between Canelo and Triple G, and also Demetrius Andrade becoming WBO World Champion on Saturday. And I think the winner of this fight is particularly primed to fight Canelo next May as well. So for Danny Jacobs, coming off 2 good wins against Suleki and Arias, ready for this challenge. This is the big challenge for him, the chance for him to become IBF World Champion. And right now I'm going to pass over to the former WBA Middleweight Champion of the World, the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs.
Oh, thanks, Eddie. I appreciate that. How's everyone doing? It's a great opportunity for me to finally I just got back to New York last night, so just getting back like I made it. Feels good to be home. Looking forward to this wonderful opportunity that I have to win the IBF Championship of the World, a respected belt that, you know, I want to work my butt. Well, I have worked my butt off for. And I'm just looking for Saturday night. You know, I'm really, really anxious and really, really excited. I just can't wait. This is going to be a great opportunity for me, and it's against a really, really, truly worthy opponent, an opponent that the fans respect, and that is going to bring the best out of me. So Saturday night, guys, I just hope everyone can make it. Hope everyone can tune in. You're not going to definitely want to miss this fight.
Thanks very much, Daniel. Adrian, if you could once again let the media know the instructions to ask questions, please.
Thank you. We'll now begin the question and answer session. If you have a question, please press star, then 1 on your touch-tone phone. If you wish to be removed from the queue, please press the pound sign or the hash key. Once again, if you have a question, please press star, then 1.
Thanks very much, Adrian. Our first call comes from Michael Woods from Brooklyn, New York. Go ahead, Michael.
Hi, Danny. This is Mike Woods on the line, and my question is, ripping off that promo show that I saw that said you and Sergey sparred 300-plus rounds. I'm wondering if you could characterize that. Did you feel that you had the upper hand, and possibly what are some of the things you learned from sparring him so much?
Hey, Mike, how you doing? But to answer your question, I mean, it was very intense sparring matches. I mean, you're dealing with a guy who had over 400-plus amateur fights, a guy who's very durable, very tough. But you also have to realize that, you know, this is a world championship, and regardless of how those sparring sessions went, you know, this is for both of our dreams that we're trying to accomplish, and nothing really stands in the way of that. You know, this is the reason why this fight is happening. You know, because if it was a ideal situation for my trainers, or for my trainer, you know, he would have us both world champions in the same division and never fight each other. But, you know, that's impossible because one day I want to be the undisputed middleweight champion. So there is no one standing in the way of my dreams. And those sparring sessions were competitive. And this is why I know that this fight will be even more competitive, because a sparring session is totally different from a professional boxing match. There's more dangers. There's more things to be aware of. And it's not an IBF title on the line when you're in there sparring with that gear and 16-ounce gloves on, too. So, you know, it just makes the stakes higher. And it just makes for an even better fight. This is why I'm really, really happy that I have this opportunity with such a talented guy.
Sounds good. Thanks, Danny. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Mike, thanks very much. Our next question comes from Gail Falkenthal. Go ahead, Gail.
Good afternoon. Daniel, a lot of things are happening in the middleweight division. Seems like a lot of cards are shuffling. We had a little bit of an upset over the weekend. We have Saunders sort of who knows where. Where do you see yourself? Is this a time for you to be able to take advantage of this?
Yeah, I think it's a great time just to be a middleweight in general. Yeah, I think it's a great time to have an opportunity for a middleweight championship. This is why I've trained so hard in my training camp, and I prepared myself 100%. And I think when I'm in there with really good opposition, that my skill, my awareness, and everything goes up. You know, they say sometimes when you fight lower to, you know, who you are, sometimes you might fall into a trap, fight at the level of your opposition. But this one is a great opponent for me, and I'm looking forward to giving the fans a good fight. But not only is it going to be a good fight, but, you know, there's so much at stake for a championship and then for the near future. So for all of this in the back of my mind, it truly, you know, allowed me to push myself in training camp, allowed me to get into a mental place where I'm going to be ready for any and everything. So I'm grateful for all the opportunities that come my way. Like I said, this opportunity was never supposed to present itself. You know, I never was supposed to have the second chance, you know. So the fact that I even have a chance to fight for a belt, I'm just so grateful for it. And being one of the hottest divisions, you know, I truly look forward to taking advantage of all of these things.
Do you think the timing is perfect? I mean, here you are. It seems like the perfect time for you to make a statement, to remind everybody, hey, I'm still over here, guys.
Well, I never felt like I got lost in the sauce, but yes, it is a good time to get a middleweight belt and to, you know, campaigns for some of these bigger and better fights.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Gail. Our next question comes from Eddie Goldman. Go ahead, Eddie.
Hi, thank you very much. Hi, Danny. I have a question about this particular fight. Other than some of the obvious things like height and reach, what do you see as your advantages in this fight over Derevyanchenko?
I feel like I'm the strongest middleweight that he had stepped in the ring professionally with. The height and the reach are some key things, especially when if I set my mind to being a boxer, I can do that very well. Or be a counterpunch, or even just want to outright brawl. So if I want to come forward, I have the power to back it up. But there's a lot of dangers inside this fight when it comes to, both of us. But for me, I truly feel like I have the best advantages.
What also about the issue of professional experience and the level of opponents that you've had as a pro? How would you rate that?
Well, you don't know until you know. It's like if you have 12 fights as a professional, you didn't even know you have 400 amateur fights. You have some fights in, I don't know, that world champion boxing. I don't know anything about that, but I don't really consider that to be a pro fight, even though the headgears are off. Once you put on 10-ounce gloves and you actually go in there and compete with the best, all of these dangers that you have inside the ring, that's when you'll truly know. So I feel like that, I have the advantages when it comes to the mental aspect of the experience of knowing I can go full 12 solid rounds with the best of them and compete at an all-time high level. I mean, I know that. I have it in my tank. I have it in the gas tank already, and the guy that's inexperienced with only 12 fights, I would presume that it would be a second guess on his behalf. So only time would tell, but, for me, I'm just 100% physically and mentally ready.
Would you like to make a prediction for the fight?
No. I do see my hand being raised, but how I get the victory, I have no idea, but I'm willing to get it any way I can.
Okay, and one quick thing. Are both Eddie and Lou still on the call?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay, question to both of you. If you remember, Lou was involved in this back in the day in 2001 with the World Championship Middleweight Series, and we have a situation today which, everybody understands you have a lot of really excellent fighters, and you don't have a unified, undisputed champion. Do you think the conditions exist for another middleweight tournament with so many of these top middleweights that we have out there today?
From that one. Okay, Lou, thanks. From my side, I think that you're going to see a lot of these big unification fights, and Danny's made no secret after his controversial loss to Gennady Golovkin that he wants to fight the winner of Canelo against Golovkin. Obviously, Canelo won that fight, and although Danny's eyes are on Saturday, obviously we all particularly want the Canelo fight if he's successful, and we believe he will be on Saturday. So, you've got another champion in Demetrius Andrade who certainly is willing to have unification bout step up. So, I think now with the championships spreading out over to 3 champions, and Canelo's 11-fight deal, he's going to be needing many, many opponents, and certainly the winner of Saturday night is in prime position to fight Canelo probably on Cinco de Mayo. So I think all the guys who are champions now are not guys that are going to want soft defences or a number of voluntary defences once they get their belt. They're all at a stage where they're ready for big fights. Danny's a former champion. Andrade's now 3-time world champion. Canelo's obviously open for fighting anyone. So, I think the division's opening up nicely to see all the big unification belts.
And Lou, do you think it can be done having gone through that back in 2001?
I think, look, boxing is a business. And right now, the middleweight division, when you get past the heavyweights, the middleweight division is a money division. And there's a lot of big fights to be made. And I think the fact that those fights are so interesting to boxing fans, the fact that you're asking this question, I think that there's a very meaningful shot that you're going to just see big middleweight fight after big middleweight fight.
All right, thank you. Good luck to everybody. And Danny, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Eddie. Our next question comes from Jeremy Hirigis from Fanside.com. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Hi, Danny. How weird will it be seeing Gary Stark Jr. in the opposite corner, and how do you keep emotions out of it?
Lou just said it. This is a business, and that's how we're both taking it. So it's really no different from me seeing Gary on the opposite side of the ring when we're sparring, and Gary telling him how to get the best of me in sparring. I look at it as the same, but the stakes are just higher. It's really not a personal thing for me, even though I've known Gary for longer, and he once worked my corner. To me, it's more so it's just about he's doing the best for his fighter. So I have nothing but respect, and I can't do anything but, respect the idea of it. My thing is this. There's no one that's going to get in the way of me reaching my goals, and I see the same for those guys. So it's really not awkward. But if I could have it a different way, I mean, obviously I would. But, there's truly there's no other way around it. And I knew that this would be not an opportunity. I know this could potentially be a fight. Once Derevyanchenko came on the stable, I knew it was another middleweight guy that could potentially reach the top that I may have to fight one day because, I don't believe in sharing belts. I want to be the undisputed. So the idea was always in the back of my mind. But I have the utmost respect for Gary. I have the utmost respect for Sergey. And I think it's just going to go for a more interesting and better fight. When we've known each other for so long and there's history with us, it's just a good time. And, the fans are going to be the ones who are going to benefit of it the most.
Again, talking about how your spheres are kind of so close here with your personnel and guys that you work with, do you have any sort of personal relationship with Sergey?
There's no personal relationship. I mean, I don't dislike the guy. I think he's a really phenomenal, humble gentleman. But he doesn't know English, so it's really hard for us to have any relationship outside of the gym or, saying hello and goodbye. I haven't heard him say 5 English words. So it's really it's kind of hard to have a real relationship with somebody that can't speak English. But I do know that he's a very nice guy. I do know that, he's always respectful. He's very humble. I know these things, but none of that stuff matters, when so much is at stake. You got to understand, when you've been fighting all your life and you get this close to your goal, it really didn't matter who was in there. I mean, it could have been Andre Rozier on the opposite side of the ring. If Andre was getting my way, it'd be me and the Havoc Man.
And final question. You talked about Sergey's extensive amateur career, but he only has 12 fights as a professional. From your point of view, do you think that's a mistake that he's maybe not quite ready for you yet?
Only time will tell, but I do feel like I do have a lot of the experience, or I have more experience than he does in the professional world. He's fundamentally sound, and he has that background, which gives him the skill and the mindset of knowing what to do inside that ring. But actually going inside that ring and doing it and putting in the work and going 12 rounds multiple times and having all of these different fights, I mean, you're learning how to be a true professional fighter because there's really not a lot of dangers in amateur fighting. There's not a lot of things to look out for in amateur boxing. Once the headgear comes off, once the 10-ounce gloves come on, and you're fighting men, and you're doing all these different things, that's where the experience comes. So I definitely have the edge on experience, but you really won't know until you get inside that ring. I mean, this guy is a very talented guy, so I think he's going to bring the best out of me, and it's really going to be a good fight.
Thanks, Danny. Appreciate it, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Jeremy. Our next question comes from Sean Kroos. Go ahead, Sean. Sean, are you there? Operator, would you give the instructions once again to the media?
As a reminder, to enter the queue, please press star, then 1.
We'll take one final call for Daniel from Shalom Jones. Go ahead, Shalom.
Yeah, so this is Shalom Jones with Jackal Fitness. Danny, you being a local Brownsville guy, could you just describe the feeling, having the ability to bring the title back second time to your city and fighting in front of so many friends and family members and people that watch you come up through the amateur ranks?
Oh, thank you, brother, for that question. I think it's a true blessing and great opportunity for me to represent not only just New York boxing, but coming from Brownsville, where boxing has been the essence of the neighborhood, and it's been we've had heroes obviously like Mike and Shannon and Dab and all these different guys that I grew up watching. Having that same opportunity to fight for a world championship and bring the belt not just back to Brooklyn but back to Brownsville. I mean, that's significant, and I don't take that lightly. But all of these things I keep in the back of my mind when I'm training. And then I just recently seen that there's a billboard in Brownsville of the fight, which is a really, really big accomplishment. I mean, I was more excited about that billboard being in Brownsville than I was of a billboard being in Times Square. That just goes to show you how meaningful it is to our culture, how meaningful it is to Brownsville and bringing this belt back, because the belt represents hope, and God willing I get this victory, we're going to have a parade in Brownsville. We're going to make sure that these people see it, because it ain't just about me, but it's about all the people that not only believed in me, but all the people that come from the same struggle that I came from, that had a dream, that's willing to do anything to accomplish it.
Absolutely. Once again, thanks, champ. Shalom Jones with Jackal Fitness, and best of luck.
Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that.
Danny, thanks very much. We're going to let you get back to your training. If you have any closing comments, go ahead, please.
Well, I'm looking forward to this fight. I truly, truly am. I know it's going to be one heck of a fight for even how long it does last. I mean, the Bears are going to get their money's worth. You guys are not going to want to miss this. I'm going to put it all on the line come Saturday, and I'm looking forward to a really competitive fight. So if you guys can make it. Those tickets on sale. If you can't, make sure you tune into HBO and support this fight, because this is one of the best middleweight fights that could be made at this time.
Thanks very much, Daniel. We'll see you this week in New York City for the Fight Week media events.
Thanks so much to everyone. Thank you.
Next up, we'll have Sergiy Derevyanchenko on the line for the Q&A. Lou, if you want to go ahead and introduce Sergey.
Yeah, I just want to start by saying I've known Danny since he was a teenager, and there are very few guys in this sport who are better athletes or better people or more of a role model than Daniel Jacobs. His Miracle Man nickname is deserved. Very few people expected him to be here at this point, and frankly, I mean, he's defeated cancer. He's not a guy that's intimidated or scared by any fighter, and I have nothing but admiration for Danny. But on this Saturday night, October 27th, I think he's got his hands full, and I think it's the second most accomplished guy he's ever fought. And I know that's saying a lot because Danny's fought some great fighters, including Gennady Golovkin. But you've got to remember that even though Sergiy Derevyanchenko is a very difficult name to spell, and not a particularly well-known guy who hasn't had as much television as he deserved, he had 390 amateur wins against only 20 losses. He's the most decorated amateur middleweight of the last generation, along with Gennady Golovkin. This is a superbly talented guy who did fight professionally in the World Series of Boxing after his real amateur career. He's had 12 fights because, frankly, not speaking English, not being from the States, and not having a household name, he was an easy guy to avoid. He had to earn the spot, as this number one contender, and earn this opportunity to fight for the IBF belt. And some of that earning process involved literally sitting and waiting out the politics in the sport. And on Saturday night, on the 27th, he's finally getting this opportunity he's waited so long for. And I think Danny said that he thought he had an advantage in professional experience. I think an advantage that Sergey has on Saturday night is hunger. He literally is hungry. He's got a family. He's got kids. He, despite his hard work and mine and his management, hasn't made the money yet that he deserves. And the only way that's going to happen for him is by beating Daniel Jacobs on Saturday night. And I have a feeling on Saturday night, when that either the 10 counts called on a fighter or the 12th round's over, everybody's going to know who Sergiy Derevyanchenko is. Sergey, can you say a few words?
Hi.
Also, Luke. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, we're here. We can hear you, Sergey.
Сергей, вы можете сказать... Сергей, вы можете сказать пару слов по-русски, я потом переведу для них.
Здравствуйте, приветствую всех, кто слушает сейчас это радио, этот канал.
He just wants to say hello to everyone that's out there on the phone on the line, and thank you everyone for participating on the call.
Thanks very much, Sergey. Thanks very much, Vladimir. Our first question comes from Mike Woods. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Sergey. My question for you is, what did you learn from those 300-plus rounds of sparring Daniel Jacobs?
Сергей, он спрашивает, что ты научился в больше чем 300 раундов спарринга с Джейкобсом, которые вы имели?
Ну, эти спарринги были всегда очень хорошие в плане техники, в плане мы очень всегда хорошо работали и помогали друг другу.
The sparring was very good. We helped each other out. There was a lot of technical work that we both learned from each other, and at the end of the day, it was just a lot of good work.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Our next question comes from Jake Donovan. Go ahead, Jake.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jake, can you hear us? No worries.
Yes. Yeah, Sergey, my question to you, I know you haven't been the most active boxer since entering the pro ranks. Do you feel like that's more to your benefit? I know more fighters prefer to fight, more per year. You've only fought like once or twice a year for the past few years. So do you feel like, is that actually by design?
Сергей, он спрашивает, вы как бы не были самые активные боксеры, вы как бы...
Jake, let me jump in for 1 second. No, that wasn't by design. He would have preferred to have fought more often. We had to go through the politics of boxing to get him an opportunity to fight against Toriano Johnson for a mandatory position. And then when you're sitting in the mandatory position, you have to be available. And available means inactive until that opportunity presents itself. Because if you schedule a fight, in particular if you're a guy like Sergey, who's an excellent fighter, a dangerous fighter, and a guy capable of beating anybody, you can't risk missing your opportunity. I know he would have preferred to fight more often. I'm sure he's going to tell you that right now, and he can. And frankly, we should have been able to keep him more busy. And some of that's on me, but it's really on the television's willingness to buy a guy that doesn't have big name recognition and the ability to get optional opponents who will fight a monster like Sergey when they don't have to. But I'll let him take it from there. But I know he wanted to fight more often. And so the last couple of years were a little bit limited in terms of his availability to fight by his position, waiting for his shot to fight for the mandatory, and then waiting as the mandatory. Thanks, Luke.
Сергей, вопрос был такой. У вас было 1 или 2 боя каждый год. Такой вопрос был, если чтобы не самый такой активный боксер, если это как бы помогает вам, или если это как бы может быть как бы проблема для вас. И был вопрос, если это как бы был бы ваш план, иметь только 1 или 2 боя. Потом Лу сказал, что это не был план. Конечно, вы хотели бы иметь больше боя, но хочется, вы ответили за себя, но просто здесь много политических вещей с телевизором, и где вы были все эти разные поезды, где не так легко сделать такие бои с имя, которое если вдруг никто не знает. Так это Лу, ты хотел, как бы, чтобы тот понял, это уточнить. Ну, они хотят от вас слушать, ну, как вы чувствуете, что вы только имели 1 или 2 боя каждый год?
Ну, естественно, я хотел больше боев, но, как Лу сказал, что этих боев не было. Ну, я иногда проводил такие бои, как бы, быть, как говорят, в деле. Ну, я не думаю, что оно мне как-то помешает, потому что у меня был очень хороший лагерь, я очень хорошо подготовился, были хорошие спарринг-партнеры, я готов.
Хорошо. He said, of course I wanted more fights, and like Lou said, it's not always in my control. But at the end of the day, I've been training. I'm always training. I'm always active, so I don't have to work as hard as maybe other people do to get in shape. And then for this particular camp, it was a great camp. We had great sparring partners that we brought in, and all I can say is that I'm ready.
Okay, thanks. And then I just do have one more question. You know, Danny was speaking that, you know, when Sergey first came to the camp, that, you know, he always viewed him as someone that, you know, could potentially be in this position where, even though the sparring partners, they would have to fight for the title. Did Sergey always kind of give that sense as well the moment he entered, you know, this camp?
Вопрос был такой. Джейкобс думал всегда как бы в голове, что один день, наверное, он с вами встретится в ринге на большой бой. Да, вы вместе как бы всегда друг друга помогали, но он думал, что он, наверное, вас видит в бой. Вопрос, если вы тоже имели такие думали, что вы, и в смысле, что вы как бы его видите в профессиональный бой?
Ну да, у меня тоже такие были мысли, как бы мы тренируемся в одном зале, помогали друг другу, но ну, я думал, как бы, что настанет такой день, что мы когда-то встретимся.
Well, yeah, I always thought about it. I mean, when we were working together in the gym and training, I always thought about what it would be like if we were fighting together. But, you know, I think about that with other folks. So now the time has come and it's reality.
Okay, great, thanks. And then, Lou, I actually have one more question for you. I know you speak about how hard it's always been to get Sergey, you know, fight in the past. Should he win on Saturday, do you feel like, you know, now with everything going on in the middleweight division, that actually becomes a little bit easier for you, being, you know, the relationships you've been able to build, especially with the zone now on the scene?
There's no question. I mean, first of all, there are more players now in the middleweight division. There's more money in the middleweight division. There's 2 of boxing's biggest stars in the middleweight division, including its biggest megastar, you know, Canelo. But, you know, the real advantage of this, well, people are getting a great opportunity, fans, to come out to a smaller venue, the Hulu, you know, Theater, where there isn't a bad seat, and see really 2 elite guys compete in what is a real outcome in doubt on a 50-50 fight. If Sergey beats Danny Jacobs, who's one of the biggest names in boxing, it's going to be in sensational fashion because it's going to be a sensational fight. This is a competitive fight, and it's not going to be a chess match. It's not going to be a track meet. It's going to be a fight. And I believe that Sergiy Derevyanchenko is going to emerge from Saturday night as a star. And I think that that's been his destiny for a long time. It's coming against someone he knows very well. But as Danny pointed out earlier, there's a big difference between sparring and getting in there when everything is on the line. And I think that the difference in this fight is going to be what it means to each guy. Danny's already been able to achieve a lot. I know he wants to be a unified champion, but Danny doesn't have to worry at the moment about feeding his family and being able to do the things that he's worked all his life, you know, for. He's already reaped some of those rewards. Sergey hasn't. And I think on Saturday night you're going to see the best of Sergiy Derevyanchenko, and I think the winner of that fight is going to make a lot of money.
Okay, great. Thank you, Lou, and Sergey, best of luck to you on Saturday.
Thanks very much, Jake. Adrian, if you could once again give the instructions for the media to ask questions.
And as a reminder, to enter the queue, please press star, then 1 on your touch-tone phone.
Thank you. Our next question comes from Kenneth Boheri. Go ahead, Kenneth.
Yes, hi, Sergey. With all the middleweight bouts that have occurred in recent weeks and talk of getting Danny Jacobs in the mix, do you feel that you're being overlooked at all?
Сергей, вопрос такой. Сейчас много боев есть в средней вес, и много людей разговаривают про все другие бои, но не именно про вас. Вы думаете, что как бы все медиа и газеты и телевизоры как бы про вас просто не разговаривают, как они должны?
Ну, я не знаю, ну, если они не разговаривают, значит, нету пока повода. И после этого боя мы покажем очень хороший бой, и я покажу очень хороший эффектный бой, и тогда я надеюсь, что люди, болельщики, любители бокса обратят внимание на мой бокс.
He said, well, if they are overlooking me or if they're not talking about me, then maybe they don't have anything to talk about me about. So after this fight, when I show what I am, then all the boxing fans and people who follow the sport will have something to talk about, and they will appreciate the technical prowess, and they will appreciate, what I bring to the sport.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kenneth. Our next question comes from Eddie Goldman for Sergey. Go ahead, Eddie.
Thank you very much. Hi, Sergey. I have a question about what you think your advantages are in this fight, particularly since Danny has more pro fights. You probably had more amateur fights, but what do you think your advantages are in this fight coming up Saturday?
Вопрос такой. Сначала он вам передает привет, потом он говорит, какие плюсы у вас есть до Джейкобса в этом бое? Он плюс имеет, он имеет больше профессиональный бой, чем вы, например. А какие плюсы вы имеете, что он, например, не имеет?
Ну, я имею просто, наверное, больше любительскую карьеру. Он не имеет любительскую карьеру. Я имею любительскую карьеру.
Well, it has to be my amateur background. I have a huge amateur background. His is not anything close to mine, so that would be the advantage.
You've also won your last several fights by knockout. Is there going to be any pressure on you to go for the knockout, or do you just take it if it comes and prepare to fight 12 rounds if you have to?
Сергей, последние пару боев у вас, вы закончили эти бои и раньше, нокаут вы имели. Вы как бы ставите на вас какие-то лишнее давление, чтобы остановить этот бой раньше, чем должно быть? Или если должно быть все 12 раундов, будет 12 раундов?
Ну, если так будет слаживаться 12 раундов, я готов к 12 раундам. Ну, как бы хотелось бы и хочется закончить всегда бои очень ярко, нокаут, чтобы и зрители получили удовольствие, и болельщики.
If it has to go the distance, I'm ready because I've trained for it. But of course, I would love to try to end the fight sooner with an exclamation point, like I always would try to do, more so that the fans can have the excitement and give the fans what it is that they want.
And lastly,
я никогда не ставлю там, чтобы выйти, хочу именно нокаут. Оно само так вылетает, комбинации, ты всю жизнь тренируешься, и оно по тебе автоматически вылетает и получаются нокауты.
He says he never actually goes in and searches for the knockout. What happens is, he's trained his whole life to throw combinations the way he throws them, and it's it just becomes automatic at some point, and when the punchers start throwing and those combinations land, the knockouts happen.
And lastly, Sergey, would you like to make a prediction for the fight?
Последний, Сергей, как вы думаете, этот бой кончится?
Ну, я не знаю, я не люблю как бы предугадывать, как закончится бой, особенно там свои. Я хочу сказать, что у меня был хороший темп, я тренировался очень серьезно к этому отнесся, отношусь и тренировался очень тяжело, и я готов.
I don't like to give predictions on fights. All I can tell you is that I trained very hard. It was a very hard camp. I take this very serious. This is the most serious thing that I've been involved with, and I am more than ready for the opportunity.
Thanks very much, Eddie. We're going to take one more question for Sergey before letting get back to training. This is from Terrell Van from Philadelphia. Go ahead, Terrell.
Yeah, how you doing? I just have one question for Sergey. If you were to win on a Saturday, you would likely inherit the title of being the boogeyman. Can you give a statement to the 160-pound division just in case any politics might arise in regards to you getting fights if you win or the big fights?
Sergey, если вы выиграете в субботу, вы как бы будете иметь это новое как бы звание, и не только будете иметь это имение, вы будете как бы все, наверное, будут бояться вас, потому что вы все будут бояться, как вы выиграли, что вы сделали, и как бы вы не имеете столько много профессиональных боев, и вот вы, смотри, вы пришли и победили Джейкобса. Что вы хотите сказать слово для всех другие боксеры, которые в среднего веса, которые будут смотреть в субботу, чтобы они как бы с вами тоже хотели иметь бои?
Ну, я не думаю, что они там будут бояться, и когда есть чемпионский пояс, у тебя открывается больше возможностей, и все топовые боксеры будут хотеть отобрать у тебя этот пояс. Так что, если у меня будет пояс, я приглашаю побороться за этот пояс.
Well, I don't think anyone will be afraid of me because, at the end of the day, if I have the belt, that opens up all the opportunities for me and for other fighters. And real fighters who want to be champions should fight guys that have the belts. And if I have a belt, and all it should do is make people, excited and hungry to challenge me the same way that I feel right now.
Thank you. Good luck on Saturday.
Thanks, Terrell. Vladimir, if you could ask Sergey for any closing comments, we'll let him get back to training.
Сергей, сейчас вопросы закончили, и они просто хотят бы сказали последние пару слов для всех.
Ну, хочу всем сказать, любителям бокса, фанатам, большое спасибо. Вам спасибо, что вы мне помогали переводить. DiBELLA, моему промоутеру, спасибо. Кто организовывал эти шоу, спасибо. Спасибо моей команде и моим фанам.
I just want to say thank you to, first, all the boxing fans out there that have been supporting me and that have been giving me messages. I really appreciate it. Of course, I also want to thank DiBELLA, and I want to thank all the organizers and all the promoters that have helped me and that have put these shows on, that have given me the opportunity, and just want to thank everyone for being on the call.
Thank you, Sergey. Thank you, Vladimir. We now move to the co-feature fight on Saturday night. We have on the line Alberto Machado, a champion who will be defending his title against Yondale Evans. He will be assisted here by his interpreter, Brian Perez from Cotto Promotions. Brian, if you could ask Alberto to make an opening comment, please. Brian, are you there? Operator?
Brian, if you're on the line.
He should be on with Alberto.
Enjoying the call from the Cotto Promotions, we would like to introduce WBA Super Featherweight Champion of the World, the undefeated Alberto Machado. a todos. Para mí un placer estar aquí esta tarde con ustedes compartiendo y nada, bien contento de que ya llegue el sábado para mi segunda defensa de título mundial. I'm really happy. Thank you everyone for being here with me at the call. I'm just excited to be back and performing in New York for my second title defense.
Great. Operator, if you could give the instructions once again to the media and ask questions.
As a reminder to enter the queue, please press star, then 1 on your touch-tone phone. 1 to ask a question.
Our first question comes from Carlos Toro from Puerto Rico. Go ahead, Carlos.
Thank you, and thank you, Alberto, for taking time to speak with us. First of all, you are in a incredibly deep division with the likes of Tevin Farmer, Gervonta Davis, Miguel Berchel, and so many others. If you emerge victorious, would you like to face off against one of those champions? I know there was some talk of potentially Francisco Vargas wanting to fight you. Is that also another fight that you want to face?
Machado, está en una división muy caliente donde hay grandes nombres, está Gervonta Davis, Tevin Farmer, Miguel Berchel. También se ha hablado de una pelea futura contigo contra Francisco Vargas. De tú salir victorioso este próximo sábado, ¿te gustaría enfrentar a uno de los grandes nombres de la 130 libras?
Claro. Primero, pues, estoy concentrado en darle una gran victoria a todos mis hermanos puertorriqueños aquí en Nueva York. Estoy 100% enfocado en Joan de la Evans, el cual es mi próximo oponente este sábado. Pero ya estoy listo y me siento preparado para los grandes nombres de las 130 libras. Y sí, todos esos nombres que tú acabas de mencionar, los que están en los top de las 130, pues me gustaría enfrentarlos en 2019 si Dios lo permite, y darle unas grandes peleas a los fanáticos del boxeo y a los fanáticos del boxeo de Puerto Rico que se las merecen.
I'm totally focused and concentrated on Young Evans on my next fight this upcoming Saturday. But of course, I'm very, very open, and I would love to face the big names at the 130 division. So if that opportunity, we'll grab it on 2019. So, but I'm focused on giving all my fans, all the Puerto Rico fans, a big win this Saturday night.
Alberto, you fought. You're going to be fighting at Madison Square Garden. Obviously, Miguel Cotto and many other great Puerto Rican champions that fought there. How does it feel to be a part of that legacy of Puerto Rican fighters competing at Madison Square Garden?
Vas a estar peleando en el Madison Square Garden, donde Miguel Cotto y otros grandes peleadores han dejado un gran legado. ¿Cómo se siente pelear en este lugar tan importante para el boxeo? Mira, para mí es un sueño hecho realidad volver una vez más al Madison Square Garden, un escenario donde Héctor Camacho, Miguel Cotto, Feliz Trinidad, pues hicieron grandes peleas, y hacerlo una vez más bajo la telecadena HBO. Sabemos por la situación que pasó con HBO ahora. Es un momento pues bien importante para mi carrera. Hice mi sueño de realidad de convertirme en campeón mundial en un evento de HBO, en el cual fue la pelea estelar, y ahora pues voy a regresar al Madison Square, voy a pelear en el Madison Square Garden como campeón mundial ante toda mi gente de Puerto Rico, y me siento bien comprometido con mi familia, con el pueblo de Puerto Rico, en darle una gran espectáculo, una gran victoria para regresar a Puerto Rico como campeón y continuar el legado de lo que fueron grandes peleadores como ustedes mencionaron, Miguel Cotto, Feliz Trinidad, Héctor Camacho, y darle ese lugar a Puerto Rico como siempre lo hemos tenido en el boxeo profesional. For me, it's a dream come true fighting at the Garden, like the greatest, Miguel Cotto, Felix Trinidad, Hector Camacho. For me, it's an honor to be there, and also fighting on HBO. I became a champion on the network, and now I'm just fighting back and defending my title on HBO and at the Garden will be great. So it's such a dream come true, like the other big names as I mentioned, Felix Trinidad, Miguel Cotto, and Hector Camacho did. So I want my name to be there. So it's a pleasure for me, and give clarity to all the Puerto Rican fans around the world.
Lastly, you won the title with a knockout, and then in your first title defense, you showed that you can sustain a dominant performance throughout all 12 rounds. Do you predict that this will go the distance, or do you believe that you're going to win by knockout?
Machado, ganaste tu primera pelea por knockout, ¿Piensas que esta pelea también puede acabar por nocaut, o sea, ya que llevas una racha, ¿verdad?, de que eres un pegador?
Mira, nosotros, todo el equipo, Freddy, Juan, todo mi equipo, mis promotores, mis escotos, ellos saben, nosotros somos conscientes del poder que tengo en ambas manos, pero yo soy un peleador que son bien comprometido con mi entrenamiento y me he parado fuerte para pelear de asalto y estoy listo para cubrir la distancia. He tenido un gran campamento acá en Los Ángeles y espero pues no solamente obtener la victoria, sino brillar y tener una victoria contundente como se supone, lo que sería mi segunda título mundial ante toda mi gente en el histórico Madison Square Garden.
You know, all my team, Freddy, Juan, all my team and Miguel Cotto Promotions, we all know that we have power in both hands, but we're not pursuing the knockout. We all work to the distance, and if it happens, it happens. So I just want to have a solid win on Saturday night for all my fans and all the Puerto Rico at the Mecca of boxing. So that was what I'm concentrated on.
Thank you, Alberto, and best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Carlos. Our next call comes from Terrell Van, Philadelphia. Go ahead, Terrell.
Yeah, this question from Machado. How do you feel about the WBA making Gervonta Davis the super champion and you the world champion, even though you've been champion longer?
Machado, ¿cómo te sientes con lo que sucedió con la AMB de declarar a Gervonta Davis como supercampeón, que tú eres el campeón en propiedad y has sido campeón por más tiempo dentro del organismo?
Mira, pues felicidades para él, pero todos los fanáticos del boxeo, toda la prensa reconocen que el campeón en propiedad se llama Alberto Machado, que fue quien derrotó a quien era en aquel entonces el campeón, Sergey. Yo estuve como retador, siendo el ranqueado número 4, lo destroné, gané el campeonato mundial y yo me siento y soy un campeón mundial y estoy aquí para defender el campeonato que con mucho sacrificio me gané el pasado 21 de octubre de 2017. Estoy aquí para hacer mi segunda defensa y pues lo que en cuanto a la AMB pues son cosas que ellos sabrán las decisiones que toman.
Yes, I just want to congratulate Gervonta because you know, he deserves it, but everyone knows in boxing that I am the real world champion at the WBA, you know, super featherweight division. I dethroned the champion in that moment that was Israel Corrales a year ago, and everyone knows what are all the sacrifices that I have been through. So what happened with the WBA, they will know, but I know and everyone knows that I am the true world champion.
Okay, I have one more question. It's safe to assume that possibly after this fight, if you are victorious, that you can possibly be heading over to the streaming app, The Zone. Tevin Former just had a win. He's also in the 130-pound division, IBF champion. Is that a fight that interests you in 2019?
Posiblemente después de esta pelea, cuando que salga victorioso, puede ser que una pelea sea en The Zone, en la aplicación nueva y el formato nuevo que hay de peleas, que está todo el mundo de boxeo trabajando con ellos, y Gervonta Davis pelea en esa plataforma. Es probable que se dé una pelea entre tú y él en el 2019.
Mira, la compañía Miguel Cotto Promotion, en la cual estoy bien agradecido, han corrido mi carrera por los pasados 5 o 6 años, y ahora con Oscar de la Hoya, y ellos sabrán cuál será la próxima decisión para mi carrera. Yo me dedico a entregarme los entrenamientos. Ahora pues estoy entrenando en Los Ángeles, tengo una mejor concentración con Freddy y solamente es cuestión de que me pongan el nombre y que sea un buen negocio para ambos y se hace la pelea, la mejor pelea posible. Ya después de esta pelea, como dije, después de esta pelea estamos listos para los grandes nombres y eso es lo que vamos a ir a buscar.
You know, I'm very happy with my promotional company. You know, I've been with them 5-6 years with Miguel Cotto Promotions, and now working together with Golden Boy. So whatever my company decides, I will follow. My job is to train hard, get concentrated. Now I'm working with Freddie Roach in LA. I feel more concentrated, and the best business and the best opportunity for everybody, we will grab. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Good luck on Saturday.
Darrell, thanks very much. Brian, if you can ask Alberto for some closing comments and what the fans in New York City can expect to see.
Machado, que si puedes darle, despedirte, ¿verdad? Y que los fanáticos pueden esperar del Alberto Machado este próximo sábado allá en el Madison Square Garden.
Mira, muchas gracias. He tenido uno de los mejores campamentos de mis 20 peleas. Pueden esperar una gran victoria. Y sé que voy a regresar a Puerto Rico como campeón mundial, ya que para eso me he preparado. Y bien agradecido por toda la oportunidad que me dio HBO, la oportunidad que me presentó Miguel Cotto Promotion, Peter Nelson, y nada, estamos listos para una gran victoria este próximo sábado.
I just want to say that I'm very happy with this opportunity. I can't wait to get to Saturday night. I just want to add that I've had the best, one of the best camps in my 20 fights as a pro, and I'm very excited to be back in the ring on HBO this Saturday night. So I want to thank all the people involved, HBO, Peter Nelson, Golden Boy, and Miguel Cotto Promotions for this great opportunity. So can't wait to see you all on Saturday night at the Garden.
Alberto, thanks very much. Brian, thanks very much for interpreting. Thanks very much to the international media for joining us today. Again, doors open at the Hulu Theater at 6 p.m. at Madison Square Garden this Saturday night. HBO World Championship Boxing starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Pacific Time also. Thank you very much for joining us. This concludes this call.
Thank you.
I forgot, this is not the live stream setup. I got to go back to... This is not the setup for live stream. So, let's get my closing thoughts, I guess. I did some videos today. So, I did those videos actually just before I started this live stream. So, I just got to title them and release them. I'm going to be out there this week for JACOBS versus Derevyanchenko. I'm kind of dreading it. I don't like going to New York. I don't like traveling out there, period. But it is what it is. You know, doing it for the sport, doing it for you guys. So what you want to talk about, man? I got a few minutes. What's going on? I don't feel like I could put the all right, I'll do it. All right, I'll do it. I'll do it for you guys. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta find it. It's my empty ass set. There we go. Let's go down here. Let me see if I can fix it. Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it, y'all. Where should I go? Where should I go? Should I go right here? Should I go right here? Right here? What do you want to talk about? I'm at the bounce, man. I got a lot of work to do. New York is a nightmare. Yeah? Yeah. I was going out there once a month like last year. That shit was the worst. But I'm going to go out there, fight night, do what I got to do. You know, get out there in the field. This weekend, the fights of the week are obviously JACOBS versus Derevyanchenko, Hardy versus Vincent 2, Alberto Machado returns. You got Huey Fury versus Kubrat Pulev, IBF #1 contender. You also have the World Boxing Super Series, Ivan Barancek versus Anthony Yigit, and Regis Prograis versus Terry Flanagan. No, ain't nothing wrong with New York. I just, you know, like, I remember when I first started going out there for fights, it was like to prove that I can get into fights. But now that shit, I don't got nothing else to prove no more. Like, I do much better right. You be surprised. You know what I learned? That the people, the media people that are going to the fights, they would much rather do what I'm doing. Crazy, right? They don't like running around and having to catch these planes and shit. So me, we're kind of like a hybrid. You know, I want to be here while sending people to the fights. It's too late to get somebody. I might be able to do it. I might be able to swing something to get somebody to go to the fight in my place. Highly unlikely, though. And plus, I got to be seen at that fight because I haven't been to an HBO fight I've never been to an HBO fight. So I got to go. I also got, oh yeah, Belchuk versus Roman. That's not this weekend, is it? Is that this weekend? Also, I got to go to Canelo versus Felding. Oh, it's a New Jersey card coming up, and I'm not too far from Jersey. Got to go to that. The Clarissa Shields, Big Baby Miller, likely versus Fresno Quindo or Trevor Brown. Got to go to that. I already put my app in for Loma versus Pedraza, so I got to go to that. So I got a busy-ass schedule coming up, man. I got a busy-ass schedule coming up. So I'm going to be out in the field quite a bit. So I had to wait a little bit because my legs was still a little fucked up. You know, yeah, I know. I covered the fight. My legs was a little fucked up. So now, like, I know that I'm cool to travel. I know that for sure. But I had asked Derevyanchenko, you know, like, if he do win, he's going to be like the boogeyman of the 140-pound, not 140-pound, the 160-pound division. It's an interesting fight, though, because Danny Jacobs had some issues, even though he cleanly, convincingly beat Luis Arias. And then Mashoud Salusky gave him some problems. Nonetheless, he is the favorite to win. And if he does win, he's going to go on to very likely get Canelo in May. I don't think Canelo wants Golovkin in May. He wants him probably September of next year. And there's some political shit that's got to happen. I got to get a new chair. See, what it is I lean. I'm always leaning, like, to the side. So now my shit is like, you know, I'm 250 pounds. Jacobs look average his last two fights. Yeah, but, you know, depending on how you look at the opponents, though. Yeah, this is a new chair. No, this chair is not even a year old, now that I think about it. No, you know what I got to do? I just got to, you know, just stop being lazy, turn this motherfucker over and start, you know, tightening up some shit. I forgot how much this chair cost, but it was expensive as shit. I'm getting ready to get an upgrade. I'm going to upgrade all this shit. I'm going to start hanging shit up on the walls. I meant to do it last year. I'm going to start hanging all kind of shit up. Maybe get some more fake-ass bricks. Maybe some ones that look realer but fake. Who knows? Yeah, that's what I got to do. I got to just take it in. Because I be in this motherfucker. Don't get me wrong. This chair is perfect. Because I'm 6'3". So a lot of times, I need a good motherfucking chair. Especially if I'm sitting at this motherfucking command center all day, every day. Y'all see my command center? Here, I'm going to take a picture for y'all. Show y'all my command center. Take a picture. Show y'all my command center. Center. I like my job, though. I like what I do. My shit's all right. I'm not complaining. Was this today? What's today's date? That was today's date. 22nd, some shit. My command center. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 5 screens, but that shit just was overdoing it. 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 People would come in looking like, what do you do? I'm like, cover boxing. So I can have like all this shit. Like I be having shit everywhere. Something like this weekend, I was able to record while watching Top Rank card, the World Boxing Super Series, and the Zone card all at the same time. I was tired of shit. I was tired of shit. I know what people thinking. To be perfectly honest with you, I clean my chair every single day so it don't smell like ass. Every single day I clean my workspace. Every day. I shower twice a day. I like to take a shower. Like before I start my videos, I always take a shower and I like fucking exfoliate my skin and shit and brush my teeth. Like I'm talking about, I grind my teeth fucking down. I'm actually getting my teeth done, but I think I'm gonna look like a weirdo, like with these like super extra white fucking teeth. I don't want those. I don't want those. No, I got yeah, I got the Clorox bleach wipes. You know, like you know what really grinds my gears is like when your fucking mouse like feels like it has like I'm OCD about like film. Like it feels like it has like some shit on there. You know, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Like I'm a germaphobe to an extent. I'm a very, you know, like my remotes, all that shit, doorknobs, all that shit. Nah, Febreze is for the dirty. Febreze only just hide the funk. Febreze only just hide the funk. You gotta exterminate that funk. You know what I'm saying? My hoodies, I take great care of my hoodies and my hats. All my hats, like, you know, like get like a wipe down. I got 4 of these, believe it or not, they're right there. 4 of these, just the same color. Yeah, I'm OCD with my hats. You got that smackhead rag. You got it. Yeah, Febreze don't do nothing. That just motherfucking disguise the funk. Fuck out of here. But I'm going to chill with y'all for a few more minutes before I go get these. I did some videos before I started this stream. They're ready right now. I just don't want to unprivate them because it might motherfucking crash my motherfucking PC. I could unprivate them on the phone, but I don't feel like it. What's up with Jesse Hart? They're supposed to be announcing him versus Gilberto Ramirez soon. You know what? I ran into Jesse Hart. Let me tell you, actually, he ran into me. I was in Dave & Buster's. This was less than 2 months ago. I with a chick and friend of mine, and somebody come up on me, and I turn around, it's him. This when he was this when there was talks, preliminary talks of him getting James DeGale. But he a cool dude, man. He can beat Gilberto Ramirez if he keep his head straight. Remember, in the ring, I mean, remember, the knockdown was the key to, you know, the reason the fight wasn't a draw or that he lost the fight. So he can make some major waves. He win because Gilberto Ramirez, if he wins, he's just going to vacate and move up to 175. That 168 is killing him. He didn't even look good in his last fight. Look at him. Now, I don't use, let me tell you what I use. These motherfuckers right here. I got a big issue. I go through so many of these this week. They tell me not to floss so much. But these motherfuckers right here, I go through so many of them a week. Like, I don't like nothing in between my teeth, nothing like on them. Like, I like to go across and feel like there's nothing on my shit. You know, they tell you it's like bad if you brush your teeth too much. The only issue I had with my oral hygiene was that growing up, I wasn't raised to like not treat soda as a treat. Like, I've never been like a cake or candy dude. But growing up, like as a kid and, you know, like teenager and all that shit, I didn't drink I just drunk motherfucking soda and everything. That's the only thing I dealt with. Did Jesse Vargas accept the IBF eliminator? Nope. Don't know. Don't know of it yet. We'll see, though, because he can go to purse bid if he wins the eliminator. And that would be against you guys. People think you guys is the mandatory. You guys is not the mandatory. He is one fight. For Jesse Vargas, well, it was supposed to be Jesse Vargas versus Delorme. The winner who won that would have had to fight you guys to be the mandatory for Sean Porter. Same thing with the IBF. It's supposed to be Jesse Vargas versus you guys, or Ugas, to be the mandatory. Firma versus Tank ain't happening. Too much shit involved with that. Mayweather Promotions, and more importantly, Al Heyman, they are not letting Tank go. They're not trying to hear that shit. They're not trying to hear it. They're not letting him go. They're like, nah, fuck that. You ain't going nowhere. Don't care how mad you are. I said in the video I just done is that if Broner's not ready for this fight, then he ain't never gonna be ready. You know, he's supposed to be in his prime right now. In fact, he should be training right now. It shouldn't be no, yeah, I'm about to start camp in a couple of weeks. He should be training right now. Period. Period. I'm gonna keep this set up. That way we can do like shit. Motherfucking full screen, and I can be like down here and shit. I'm gonna make some adjustments. Let me see what adjustments I can make. I'm fucking it up, yo. I'm fucking it up. I'm fucking it up. Yeah, he is. He generates so much money, but he be getting fucked up. I mean, not fucked up. He just be losing. He don't be getting fucked up. Madonna fucked him up, though. Broke his jaw and everything. I remember people was clowning me. Because I don't go live anymore because it's not cool anymore. Now everybody going live wearing sunglasses and hats and shit and hoodies. It's not cool anymore, you know? And plus, I don't have time to go live. I told y'all before, like that, like when I was going live before, I was bullshitting around because I was learning. Like right now, you're seeing the full extent, almost the full extent of what I've been learning over the last few years. So now we're at the top of our game. We got the best interface. We show you highlights, you know. Yeah, but I was doing that shit motherfucking 5 years ago on there with motherfucking sunglasses, listening to tunes and shit. 5 years ago. It's contaminated. I'm done. So when I do live streams, they're going to be informative shit. Like we're going to do press conferences, obviously, weigh-ins, media calls. In regards to doing a live stream for everything, nah, hell no. That's just like, no. I don't even like talking about the same subjects all the time. People be harassing me, yo, you should be doing Canelo videos every day. You should be doing Joshua videos motherfucking every day. Fuck that. No, that violates my journalistic integrity. Yeah, no, that used to be my shit. I used to be wearing sunglasses because I used to be drunk. Or I used to be coughing my fucking brains out and getting, bursted blood vessels in my eyes. Everybody knows you look like a dickhead when you wear sunglasses on the inside. I used to be like that. Would you consider going to LA for Wilder versus Fury? Nope. Sending somebody, though. This is not like it was 2 years ago. Like, we don't have no issues getting to any fights anymore. Obviously, like, even though we don't have the subscribers that my competitors have, we're up there every week in the top 3, 4. I'm being generous. Top 1, number 2. You know, in regards to viewership and promoting. In fact, I think we can say that we're number 1 in covering all major fights, right? All of them. I'm not skimping. I be tired as shit on Saturdays, yo. Like covering all these fights. Motherfucking Anthony Yard. Motherfucking trash fights from O'Hara Davies and Jack Catterall. Fucking Tabiti versus Ruslan Fafer. I be having to watch some shit, man. Motherfuckers flopping. What's Costa's son name? Tim Zoo. Fighting some dirty, no good flopper like Moises Flores. I be having to watch some shit, man. I be watching some shit. I be having to watch some shit. Some of that shit be early in the morning. Imagine you having to wake up, you get in the shower, you come down, it's a little brisk down here. You know, you got to sit here, you see some shit. You got to watch some shit live. I be having to sit through some crazy shit, man. Yeah, HBO's still going to put out cards. They're not going anywhere. They're just going to be they're just going to be putting out like low cards. No, they're still going to be putting out cards. They got a Chocolatito card coming up, and with Cecilia Bracas. We just don't know the frequency they're going to be putting out cards. It's like this. If a promoter was to come to them and say, hey, HBO, you got a little bit of money for this card? They'd be like, all right, we'll do that shit. Fuck it. Like that type of shit. It's not going to be like, okay, let's get our boxing schedule together for next year. Why you don't like going to live events? Because I don't get starstruck. I don't have not one photo or picture with a boxer. That's not my shit. And plus, when you go to these events, what you going to do? Talk to the boxers and they tell you the same shit that you already know. I've been knowing half of the shit they're going to talk about. So it's a waste of my time for me to go interview somebody or go to a fight to talk to somebody and they say, well, you know, I'm going to leave it up to my team or some shit. That shit's like, you know, I don't, like, even when I go to events, I be in the back. You know, I'm not there to pussyfoot around and to be fucking going there, false narratives and all that shit. No, hell no. You'd be surprised there'd be so many politics, like, when it comes, like, let me tell you, you'd be surprised how many people I've seen at fights that they just there because they know people. Like, or they'll type, like, one article, right? One article on some obscure-ass website, and they'll be having, like, ringside credentials. That shit is crazy as shit. But then you'll have me come along, they'll be like, no. Well, they used to. It's not anymore. But that shit is weird, yo. Don't you go ringside to take in the fights? No, hell no. You taking the fights from, I mean, I know you're probably, I never seen you HEARN, so I never seen you comment around here before, so I'm going to say, nah, I do better being here. I don't, be there, you know, I understand some people get the allure of like, yeah, I'm here at the event. Not me. I'd rather be motherfucking home doing this shit right here. Upstairs, you know, cooking while I'm watching cards. Like, that's why I like sending people to fights, because they enjoy it way more than I do. Don't get me wrong. I love boxing. I enjoy the fights. I don't enjoy being there because it's work to me. It's work. You like going to work? I mean, I like doing my job, and I like going to work here. I don't like going to work out in the field. Yeah, you know, I mean, put it this way, you do luck up because some crazy shit goes down, like when Angel Garcia called Keith Thurman a bitch ass nigga. He wasn't being racist, but I'm just saying some shit like that goes down, you know, or when you run into Errol Spence or the Charlos or Adrian Broner drunk, some shit like that. You know, some fighters like Keith Thurman, whenever you run into him, he always like to run his mouth. Him and Paulie Malignaggi, you know, shit like that. You know, but it's certain people, you know, like if they're there, oh, you know, you're going to get some good content. You know? Yeah, we're wrapping up in 6 minutes. We've been live for 1 hour, 24 minutes. Anything new with Thurman? Nope. He's going to be returning likely on Pacquiao versus Broner. That's the last rumor. Remember, he's going to return in October, November, December. Now it's Pac Broner. You know? Yeah, I'm going to keep this set up. Yeah, I started the media call late, so like 5 minutes late. They was doing the introductions and everything. So as soon as the video start, it starts directly with. As soon as this video starts, it starts. Why am I way over here? Did my camera shift? As soon as the video starts, it starts directly with Hardy Vincent. We could get around a fight night in. I could just put it up on the motherfucking screen. We could get around a fight night in, but I don't really feel like it, man. I still got 2 more videos to get out today and some shit to do on the website. Do you think Amanda Serrano fights Taylor? She says she wants Taylor next. Cindy Serrano didn't come to fight. I was really disappointed in her. Anybody here think Floyd Khabib happens? A part of me wants to put you on timeout, but no, you ain't do nothing, Bolton, man. But no, I don't think it happens. See, here's the thing. It's a lot of money for the fighters, but it causes such a big headache for UFC as a company. You know? They can't do that again. You can't do it again. And plus, I am hungry and shit. It's time to make me and my pop some lunch. You know, I went on a date last week. I'm an exposer. I went on a date last week. Shouldn't even have you really went. She just was like, yeah, you want to go out? Or some shit. I forgot how it went. But long story short, a chick told me she couldn't date me because I was too popular. I was like, what the fuck? Little do they know I'm a motherfucking hermit. You know what? I don't know what's next for David Lemieux. I would like to see David Lemieux versus Rob Brandt. Makes sense, right? Janara be showing love on the ground, man. I don't like model chicks, though, yo. You'd be surprised. It's like the chicks that be feeling me be like far and shit away. And it's like, how the fuck can I fuck with you when you in motherfucking L.A.? I don't want to be out there, or if you in motherfucking Catskill, New York or some shit. I don't want to be coming out there, you know, having my heart travel all these miles. You know, so I just be chilling. I was like, yeah, when she told me that, now she had a little bit of liquor in her, so I was looking, and I'm like, she was like, there's something about you, it just scares me to death. You know, like, what would you be interested in somebody like me? And I'm sitting there like, motherfuckers be crazy, man. Crazy. I want to see. I think Lemieux versus Brandt makes sense. Who I got? White versus Povetkin. That'd be a beast-ass fight. I would go with Povetkin because White slows down tremendously later on in fights. Povetkin doesn't. You got to be on your shit. However, White is getting better with each fight. Yeah, I don't know what was up with the Takata girls wearing that shit, man. Well, top-ranked girls win all day, every day. You can't fuck with top-ranked girls. I'm sorry. Wheelchair-bound or able-body, I guess. If they're wheelchair-bound, usually, no disrespect, there's usually some issues going on downstairs, like hygiene. Povetkin don't be gassing out much. You're tripping. That's White that be gassing out. That's White be gassing out like a motherfucker. But if he don't gas out, he will beat your fucking ass. He's gotten better with each fight. Like, dude, really, really the fucking man. Yeah, I don't know what was up with them, man, with that shit, man. Maybe it's the Me Too movement. Did they have ring card girls in Jeddah at the World Boxing Super Series? I didn't pay attention to that. White better fight motherfucking Derek Chisora. They need to sign that shit, get it out the way. But I think that Derek Chisora might try to make negotiations hard because now he got David Haye in his ear. So, of course, David Haye managing. They're trying to extend his career, so they're trying to get, like, maximum payday. I can understand it, man. But it's like, come on, man. Come on, Derek Chisora. We know that if you lose, you're going to motherfucking retire. Yeah, he asking for too much money. He tripping. Like, I can sense it. We don't know the exact numbers he's asking for, but I can sense it. Make fight night happen? I could, man. I just don't feel like it. All I got to do is just push one button and do a couple clicks. I just don't feel like it. We can play a fight. All right, we'll play. All right, fuck it. Fuck it. We'll play a fight night. Fuck it. We'll play a fight. We'll play. Let me see. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna do it over here. All right, hold on. Y'all gonna have to let me get into the groove then. Y'all gonna have to let me play some tunes to get into the groove. Y'all got shit to do. Look, y'all wanna see the videos I did? Here, I can let y'all watch the videos I did while I'm setting up the shit in the background. How about that? Is that a better idea? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna let y'all see the videos I did. One of them. This is now you're seeing this. You're seeing this live, unreleased. This is unreleased. What y'all about to see. This is unreleased, and I'm gonna set up a fight night on the screen. This is not my streaming presentation, so shit is all out of whack. Wait, let me see first. Let me see, man. Let me see. Can we do it? Can we do it? Hold on. Okay, we can do it. All right, watch this first. These are my 2 unreleased videos right here. I'll let you watch, like, until I get back.
Actually, what I
hold on, I gotta turn my speakers on. Shh. Where's the chat? Where's the chat at? Is it down here? Nope. We got to put it up here. Hold on. Give me a minute. See? Shit acting stupid already. Hold on. No, we got it. Here, watch this.
I've been working on communicating with. I don't give a fuck about what's going on with Pacquiao. Actually, what I've been working on, communicating with Al Heyman. Me and Al Heyman been communicating and talking, and coming up with the best solution and the best solution for all the fighters. That's that's under our umbrella. So Pacquiao is now under our umbrella, under the Mayweather and Heyman umbrella. So
when you say that, you mean he's like part of your team, or you're just saying?
I mean, well, we're all one. I like to say we're one. Me and Al Heyman is one.
Yeah.
He's been like a father to me, as far as in the business world. I got 2 fathers. One of my fathers taught me the fight game.
Mayweather told this to TMZ a couple of days ago, and right now, 12:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hold on. All right, we'll be starting soon. Roy Jones going up against the great Muhammad Ali, stepping up in weight. I wonder how much Roy is going to weigh in at, ladies and gentlemen. This is just to work off the cobwebs. We're going to play 3 fights. So this is the first one to work off the cobwebs. Look at that weight difference. I'm Roy, y'all. Y'all think I'm going to give him a boxing lesson? I'm going to give him a boxing lesson.
I hit the weed, I told myself the last time I'll be my last. I don't trust my own niggas, now my mind racing fast. Got my foot up on the gas, got 100 on the dash. If the police run up on me, I ain't stopping for their ass. Boy, you know my L's dirty. If they stop me, I'm going to jail. Shelly, I'll be next to my brother in a cell. No bail for me, man, let me out. Send me back to bitches that smell pretty. All I gotta do is call once and she there already. Yeah, buddy, can't you tell I'm going through hell? I don't even open my mail. I'm in a shower with a soap and a towel. I need cleansing. Bad bitches all on the prowl, they need binges. Pussy niggas running they mouth and we ain't flinching. The names ain't even mentioned. I got dreams bigger than your whole team. You niggas so broke that somehow you so green. I guess it simply started with a penny, now I'm getting plenty money. Ain't one time for the city, yeah. And 2 times for you. Hey. Ain't one time for the city. Hey, and 2 times for you. Look here, it's raining outside, boy. Fuck a umbrella, niggas banging outside, boy. They guns are dumbbella, nigga. Tired of telling niggas that's deceased, rest in peace. We tired of only having just a piece. And fuck policing, they killing niggas, what's the reason? His daughter starving and she fucking freezing, so no wonder why he fucking squeezing. They out here busting, leaving niggas stuck and bleeding on the floor. Bullets wet you like it's semen on a hoe. Breathing slow, man, I'm in hell. One day you tryna make the rent, next day you in jail. Lord knows he meant well, so I take the pencil and write like a pen pal. Some shit that's darker than a tense up on a windshield. Welcome to Sinville, when niggas on base, shit is looking like an infield. High as a sprint bill. What you think? That's the reason why this ink in my pen kills. Phony niggas till they are extinct, bitch, I been real. Hey, one time for the city. Hey, and 2 times for you. Yeah. And 1 time for the city. Hey, and 2 times for you. Hey, them old niggas saying cold the wrong one, bringing the city shine. All he ever.
Man, I'm destroying him, yo.
And aggressive, worked out well. His opponent is damaged.
Y'all see this? Y'all see this exhibition I'm giving this dude?
All y'all talking shit.
Nice work. Good job.
Got motherfucking damn near 50 pounds.
Listen, I want you to pick his jab. That's how you pick his jab. When he throws the jab.
He got 50 pounds on him. I'm giving him the box as long as I keep moving. As long as I keep moving, I'm good.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. A little head hunting with the right.
Hand speed. Look, he can't do nothing about it.
Muhammad Ali smashed by a hook. Jones's combination punching here is showing you what good boxing is all about. 3 punches thrown, 3 punches landed.
You're a hater. I think
Jones is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Good block by Roy.
Way faster than you.
Targeting that midsection now with the combo. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Jones is just looking to get it done on the back end here, Teddy.
Yeah, he is. He's just waiting to set a trap. You know, he's trying to get his opponent to walk in where he can make a miss and bang, bring it on.
He got hit, but he sends it right back. Unable to connect by Muhammad Ali.
Look, he's getting a boxing lesson.
Jones is hitting the mark right now. How precise was he there with that three-punch combo?
Oh,
well
shit.
played. Wow, no doubt about it. Effective by
shit.
that.
Oh, shit.
Wow! Big headshot puts him down.
Flash not there listening to you. Put that guy on the timeout to my son. Follow him after the combination.
So
Put him on timeout.
Down,
Put that guy on
major
timeout.
questions to be answered by Roy Jones Jr. Takes one to give one. Uppercut in return.
Okay, I gotta stay at the pocket. He is a heavyweight. Gotta stay at the pocket.
Ali's momentum now could carry things. That was a strong round scoring that knockout.
Jab, right, okay? Circle. Don't stand in front of it.
Follow that.
Listen to me. You're not giving me enough.
I wonder if this is pre-KO.
Jones's corner did a good job in that last
Oh,
round. They
shit.
really got their fighter back to where he needs to be after being damaged in that last round.
And that's not the only good job they did in the corner. They did a good job in the camp because obviously
My joystick
they
is
have
frozen.
him in top shape. And it's
My joystick
right
just
now.
stopped.
Big shot.
Hey guys, my joystick just stopped.
Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after
some
going
shit.
down
He
a
did some
second
shit.
time?
He did some shit.
4, 5.
Nah, my joystick just stopped working.
He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle.
He won the box.
Stay away from this guy.
Ali's putting forth a great combination there. See, that's the work they want to see with the right hand by Roy Jones. And now he's targeting upstairs. A well-placed overhand right. Protecting his head well with his guard. A huge right hand from Roy Jones Jr. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head.
Gotta use the speed. Got the hand speed. Got the hand speed. You tripping? I'm getting schooled.
Jones's right hand scores well.
He's clearly first.
Targeting that head with combination punching.
Hold it.
Jones is hoping to recover right here. The way to do it, he feels, to tie up.
Yeah, it's not about machoism right now. It's about getting past this point, surviving, and then having a chance later on to get back to win the fight.
And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting short upon. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head.
Listen, I need to see some counter punches, okay? Whatever he misses, counter. Left, right. You need to double up the punches.
Giving the boxing lesson. This is the first fight of the day. He's got 50 pounds on him.
Nice work on the outside. Keep it up. Okay, you're doing good. You're doing good. Keep it up, all right? Very good. Very good.
Interesting early rounds of this fight. Muhammad Ali's up 2-1 on your scorecard.
Okay,
Teddy.
so
what do you like about him
we
so
gotta
far?
take away
I
his
like
right
the
hand.
fact that he's
We gotta take away his
busier,
right hand.
but I also like the fact that when he's not working, he gets out of range and he doesn't allow his opponent to win. That's why I got him winning.
Jones is coming out to fight this round after being knocked down in the previous round. Teddy, any idea? Do you think he's recouped enough?
Well, we're going to find out very quickly by looking at his legs. You're going to look downstairs just like you look downstairs in the basement of a house to see whether or not those bricks are in place or whether or not some of the mortar has kind of disappeared and the bricks are a little loose. We want to see if those legs are stable, if they're firm.
Back up a little bit. Yeah, I'm taking the beating.
Halfway through round number 4. Nice right hand that time by Roy Jones. Jones's three-punch combination there is going to impress the judges.
Back to the body. In and out, in and out.
Both men digging in with uppercuts. Jones is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Ali with a right hand. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fence.
Jones is showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
I'm a jabby. I'm a jabby.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go.
I'm not gonna chase him. I'm not gonna chase him. I'm the A side. He's a disgrace.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Good solid shots with the combo downstairs. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own.
Come to me. Make him come to me. Make him come to me.
So we've come to the halfway point of what has been a very highly competitive bout. And Teddy, if it stays that way throughout this night, then this is going to be an all-time classic. Accurate jab brings the right hand. Good looking right hand after he got hit. And now he's targeting upstairs.
I think I'm walking down.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Muhammad Ali's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Some bad intentions on that jab by Muhammad Ali. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Ali's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch.
He's a pussy, man. He's a pussy. And y'all told me to play this shit.
Quick snapping hook, pussy. And it does damage. Jones is doing well here with that two-punch combination.
Get out of the way.
A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Ali's not just loading up. He's landing combination punches like he did right there. All right, Teddy, let me put you back in your old job here. You're going to be trainer here. Now, we're just coming off of a round there where clearly I think he won the round, but it's a close, competitive fight that your guys probably win.
Yeah, I know what not to tell him. I'm not telling him he's winning. That's what I'm not telling him. I want to make sure that he keeps his edge. You know, he stays smart and everything, but the only reason that I think he's up is because he's keeping the punch output, he's staying sharp defensively, you know, he's still attacking in the spots that he should attack. I want to keep it that way.
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
Effective with that 1-2. Jones's right hand scores well that time. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Halfway through the 7th round. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Ali's showing you what it takes to be the best in this business. Good, crisp combos.
I'm not going to knock him out.
Good combination punching out of him here.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a musical, except right now I don't think his opponent likes the tone of it.
See, what it is I got those two. He got those 2 knockdowns on me earlier. So.
Off the target by Muhammad Ali. Roy lands the hook. Combo lands to the head.
Fucking him up.
And that does it for this round.
I'm going to try to rob me as usual. Yeah, listen, I'm giving him them body shots.
You're getting caught up. You're getting caught up, and you're fighting his fight. Focus for me.
I can't do my movement, my style.
You have to keep your distance. Stay away from him. Keep throwing that jab. All right, listen.
As we start round number 8, I want to take a look at Teddy's scorecard, and I also want to ask you of an underlying storyline that's developing here, because yes, you have him up, but that's because he has scored knockdowns. This is a very close fight, and his opponent is hanging in there. Could he be discouraged because of that?
Obviously, that can always happen, but part of being a professional fighter, and if you want to become a champion, is you do not allow yourself to go into those mental corridors.
How is he taking these kind of shots and just dismissing them? What a chin on this guy.
Yeah, well, what a neck on him. Look at that neck. I mean, it's about 19 inches. That is the shock absorber. But the rest of it is he's seeing it. He has good vision. He sees the shots coming, and he's making up in his mind they're not taking him anywhere.
Taunting this shit.
A well-timed right hand by Muhammad Ali.
Hit him with 1. Watch.
Defense. More defense.
90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8. He digs in, trying to bank away body shots with the combo.
Works the body. It's body shots.
Jones is well off the mark that time. He gets off with a combination up top. Muhammad Ali's on the mat. He falls.
Oh!
And away he goes. Remember earlier, he was on the canvas. Now he's looking down on his opponent.
Now we can dance around. Now we can fight
earlier for him. It
Cards
turned
are
out to
even.
be
Now we
a
can fight
bad thing for
comfortably.
his opponent because he got careless here.
1, 2.
I'm scared to pressuring though. I'm scared to pressuring though. How much time we got left in the round?
Ali's climb back up from the canvas may inspire
Put
him.
on some calm pressure.
Stop trying to hook my arm, bitch.
Look at that combination by Roy Jones. Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go.
Don't stand toe-to-toe with this guy. Keep your distance, all right? Sergey, don't stand in front of him.
Damn, I like this. I might make Roy versus Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson jam the shit out.
Listen, he's dark.
He's going to get in desperation mode.
The 9th round is here. Ali's corner now with a big task at hand. They've got to make sure that their fighter has his senses back after being knocked down.
Come on, kid.
Good way to protect the midsection.
Dude's a buck. Whoa!
Hits him in the mug with the right. Trying to erode away that body with the combination punching.
Look, let him listen. I'm gonna let him do all that bullshit because I just won the round. So I'm gonna let him do all that shit. Go ahead, let him do all that shit. He needs to catch up with me. Right? All right.
90 seconds into the 9th round. Nice block by Muhammad Ali. Jones has landed a good, solid combination. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own.
See, it's not working for him.
Ali's showing us that he is sticking with the game plan. But keep in mind, that game plan had him down earlier in this fight. What would you be telling him right now, Teddy?
Well, first of all, you got to explain to him very quickly and very clearly why he got caught. You can still do the other things. The other things that we thought going into this fight is still going to work. But make an adjustment. It's not that you didn't do the thing that could work. You didn't do it properly.
He missed by a mile. That wasn't even close by Muhammad Ali. Ali's leaving himself wide open there. You just can't do that.
Well, you can do it, but you're going to get paid. You're going to eat some leather. You're going to get punched in the mouth. That's going to happen.
The combo lands upstairs.
He's a bum. Last round coming. He's a bum.
This is the best they got.
This is supposed to be the best.
Be the busier fighter out there. Don't let him breathe. He's hurt. Listen, I don't want to see you against the ropes. As soon as you feel the ropes, move out. Listen, your best defense is to throw more punches. You need to throw more punches. That will keep him away.
Which way will it go? Both men want it badly. Now the final round. Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Muhammad Ali. Jones's right hand working well that time. He scored well. Muhammad Ali's feeling the effects now of that hook. Good return fire that time. Roy Jones Jr. is winning the fight to me based on his overall speed. He's just a faster, quicker fighter, and it's making it so that he's able to employ his ways and get the best of his opponent.
Oh, he has that physical asset, no doubt about it. You can see it. But he has to be careful that he doesn't get carried away. He doesn't get reckless with that speed.
There's the combo downstairs. Off target with that hook. Good flush shot upstairs. And now now committing to that midsection as the target with the combination punching.
Fuck that. No, I'm gonna run out. Let him run out the clock. 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 I've already done my job. Come and celebrate. Look, he's gonna try to sneak some shit in. Watch. Pussy.
Last 10 seconds of the fight. Muhammad Ali's in there fouling again. Little head hunting with the left. I say it all the time. You never know what you're going to get in this sport. We never thought this fight would go the distance.
No, early on it looked like Frazier and Ali. I mean, the Thriller Manila. Who thought we'd wind up with a little ballet down the stretch?
You see that shit? It's not like he was losing the fight. It's the cards. Look,
Roy Jones Jr.'s performance tonight was exactly what he was looking for. And it's exactly what the judges reward. Good, solid effort.
He's a head case.
Yeah, if he was a pitcher, he could get in a shutout right now. Almost a perfect game.
That's going to go down in
with
history.
Us, everybody. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore.
Gave up the
fight.
fight.
A great night.
Ain't no Adelaide Bird. Fuck out of here. I won. Clearly. No, I didn't steal it. How could I steal it when he was on some bitch shit? I'm 175 pounds. He's 214. He don't get no rematch. Lacking skill. Lacking skill. I'm the A-side. One more, Roy Jones at heavyweight. He don't get no rematch. I don't never want to see him again on this game. But you know, if the people ask for it, then we can do it. Well, let's go. I'm ready. This guy don't want to play. Go ahead, pick who you want. Pick who you want. Go ahead, let's do it. I don't want to play Muhammad Ali again, though, man. I'm about to plug my headset in and tell him he can pick a heavyweight. I don't care. He's still gonna get that. Oh, he tripping. Should I do? Oh no, he tripping. He trying to use CGI characters and shit. I can beat him with B-Hop. Should I pick B-Hop? All right, let's go. Let's go, Mike. He trying to pick motherfucking Isaac Frost. People don't have no motherfucking morals.
Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Chicago and the famed Aragon Ballroom for our main event of the evening. 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. This should be a really good matchup here tonight. All that energy that we saw, it almost boiled over at the weigh-in yesterday. Now it gets to explode here in the ring.
Yeah, we're gonna move. We gotta move a lot. We gotta move a lot. We gotta move a lot.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Roy Jones Jr. is putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. Many may believe that in a matchup like this, power puncher versus power puncher, that he who has more power wins. But in a way, is it as simple as saying he who has more fundamentals wins?
Yes, absolutely. He who has a missile to get that bomb to the target, he's going to win.
Showing you some defense there with the block. Banking away a body shot with the right hand. Halfway through round number one. Zoning in on that gut combination punch downstairs. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot.
Plan, though. We outboxing it, and we're keeping it in the middle of the ring. Look, look. Oh shit!
He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with the counter punching.
Well, the old timers used to say, when you're calm in there, when you're in control in there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
He scored well after being hit himself. And now he's targeting upstairs.
Shit.
A well-placed left hand up top. Good block there by Roy Jones. Solid straight right hand. Punches and bunches, combination up top.
Yo, this dude's a bum.
So the round comes to its conclusion, and it's a round in which our man here, as he heads back, was really pretty solid. So if you're the trainer in the corner, what's your approach?
Well, you know, that's a great question. My approach is that I have to remind him that he's on common ground. He's probably going to think he's in a place where he's never been before, but I'm going to remind him, hey, remember you got hurt in the gym, and then give him something to correct the problem. You know, tell him some technical things that he needs to hear.
Not able to land the headshot.
Yeah, he a bump. The thing is, since I'm a light heavyweight, I'm probably not going to be able to knock him out, so I got to hope that he quit. So which is more reason why I got to school him and not let him hit me.
They both decide to bring it. Tyson's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy, the effectiveness with that combination? How about that left hand? Gets rid of that body shot. There's the combo to the body.
Get your hands up.
Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed.
You need a new boxing game bad, man. This shit is. This game came out 10 years ago, right?
Roy Jones Jr.'s left landing
well.
all
right, let's move. We can't hang in there with him.
He takes a shot and then commits to give him one right back. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head.
Shit.
Now the question changes. It's no longer a point of how to win.
Damn it.
It's a big shot. You never saw this in the early half of the career of Roy Jones.
He's got confidence.
He got clipped with a power shot and couldn't withstand it.
We'll take our time.
4. Come on, get to your feet.
So just stay out of the pocket. And just move, outclass it, Roy.
3 minutes gone by in this round.
Stay out of the pocket.
Now that he's back in the corner, we get a close-up look. Jones is cut even
too short, Roy.
And it's up to the fighter now. So his attitude not to change.
Roy.
You know, we can look at it.
Got you bleeding,
Roy.
Roy.
Wow, that cut looks worse. The fans can look at it and say that. But the fighter must be steady. The same attitude as though he doesn't have a cut. Otherwise, he has no chance of winning this fight.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Jones is coming out here after being knocked down in the last round. Teddy, what are some of the things you look for that will tell you he's on steady ground, that he looks fine?
Well, the first thing I look for is the base, the foundation. I mean, you look at a house, you want to see, and you want to make sure that that basement is solid. There's cinder blocks there. You know, you don't want to see that upper floor waving a little when there's a wind. You're looking at his legs. You want to make sure that they're steady, they're firm.
That straight right, unable to connect.
Well,
Tyson's ripped by an uppercut. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Well-targeted two-punch combo.
See, I'm back out boxing him again. He don't know what to do.
Man, keep moving. It's okay. Pay him back.
Well, you could see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot. Mike Tyson's hurt from that. That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by
I'm
Roy
gonna knock
Jones.
him out, y'all. I'm gonna knock him out. Notice the left hook when he starts jabbing. He can't stop it. Like, he can't stop that left hook. It's a gamble though, because if he throws, see, he's spamming the hook now.
10 seconds to go in this
I'm
third
trying to make
round.
him think I'm gonna throw the hook and to spam him into it. Right.
Mike Tyson scoring with that right hand.
You got to keep him
and
away from
that's
that
the end of round three.
Yeah, see?
Let's take a look at Teddy's scorecard, where you can see that he's only got that one round in the bank so far at the beginning of round number 4. But Teddy, just the psychology of the game, knowing that you put your man down on the canvas, you really don't care about the scorecard at that point.
Well, you know you're the boss, and you can continue to be the boss. And more importantly, your opponent now, he's a little concerned about throwing something. He might get caught. He might get hurt again.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much.
Come on, Mike.
He can time him. He can counter him.
Bum.
Roy Jones Jr.'s tagged. Flush right hand to the head.
Just keep moving.
He just missed that shot up top. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Halfway through this round here.
Keep moving, move, keep moving around the ring.
Tyson's is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. And a big right hand comes crashing home from Tyson. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs.
Nice work, nice work.
You see how he comes over the top with that left hand. Well-placed shot there. Scored well up top.
Keep working the body.
A well-placed hook from Mike Tyson. Roy Jones Jr. with a huge left. Good flush shot upstairs. Jones has got that catch-me-if-you-can kind of attitude. He's almost daring his opponent at this point to try to land a headshot, but his movement's been so good. His defense is just supreme.
Yeah, it is. He's moving from the waist. He's slipping the straight shots. He's weaving the hooks. He's doing a real magical job in there, but his opponent is making no adjustments at all.
Little volume punching to the body there.
1, 2, 1, 2. Side to side. Move your head.
Well, see, he don't know how to play with Mike. I should have been out of there. Like, he's letting me be the ring general. And he literally followed me.
Well.
Come on. Looking good.
I'm gonna try to load up on power punches.
Halfway through this round. Really wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. Tyson's got to figure out a way to do something different here. I mean, I know he's committed to being a counter-puncher, but right now he's giving rounds away.
Yeah, he is, because he's waiting for things to happen that are not happening. You know, he's laying back, he's waiting for the guy to walk in. See, to be a good counter-puncher, an effective counter-puncher, guy has to come close to you. But his opponent's staying at a distance. He's not giving him anything to counter.
A sound combination by Roy Jones.
The body.
Hooking to the body. Good exchange. He fires back.
Body crumbling.
And round 5 comes to an end. Jones's commitment to being judicious and effective really worked out well there. The punch stats prove
that would have been over right there.
Tyson's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Roy Jones Jr.'s combination punching is working well here. Big right hand. Oh, and
that's
there
it.
you go.
That's it.
What a hook to the body, and he is down and in bad shape.
He gassed out. 2. Now I'm gonna beat him like a drum. He gassed out.
Mike Tyson rises up to beat the count,
shit all
trying to
slow. What is he
continue
doing?
on, but Teddy, I don't like the way he looks at all here.
No, and the thing with Mike Tyson is, yeah, he'll get up, he'll survive, but sometimes the old timers would say this. You don't hear it a lot. He
Set
could
him
be
up
a
something for
game
nice.
quitter,
We're
where
trying to
he
get a
won't
highlight.
go down, but he'll take punishment, and he'll wait for the referee to stop it. I wonder if that's going on right now.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Tyson's not having the fight go his way. He's a slugger. He wants to slug it out. That's not the type of fight that's winning it right now.
No, you put all your eggs in one basket, and that's what he's done. He doesn't know any other way, and guess what? You get an omelet, or he's being made into scrambled eggs.
Back and forth they go. Good power punch. The right hand landed. He was stunned. Now he's solid.
Stay down, Mike.
Once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
The ref is stopping this fight. Tyson smashed, and he can't get up. Unable to beat the count.
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of knockouts, your winner, Roy Jones Jr.
Now that's how you end a fight right there. Yes, he was controlling throughout, but he made a good, clean finish with the knockout.
Yeah, as a trainer, you want to know, can a guy punch? Can a guy defend? You know, can a guy control distance? But you want to know, can a guy finish? He got the answer. Yes, he can finish.
Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time ringside.
All right, I got shit to do. So, it's been 2 hours, 21 minutes. We got 9 minutes left. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Had a good day. Had a good day. Good day on fight night. School of motherfuckers with Roy Jones, even though they had 50-pound weight advantages. Oh man, I'm gonna get these videos out. 3 of them, and I got some paperwork to do. Then hopefully we can get to bed at a reasonable time tonight. Mondays are usually my day off, man. I try to treat Mondays. I try to, you know. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to end the stream right now and edit this part out because I got to take that media call and upload it. So I'm going to see y'all later, man. T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. Please subscribe.